Despite the fact that we are seeing increase in the bullish momentum from a lot of coins in the past 72 hours, market has been doing very well. If you look at the price of coin right here on coin market cap, some persons are expecting Bitcoin to go down to $70,000 at this very point right here. Some persons expect that this is not the bottom yet and that the market is going to crash from where it is at this very point right here and come back down into this very area of $70,000 before we can see the market begin to move all the way to the upside. Personally, I don't believe that. I believe the bottom is within this very area and this very area of $79,000 and $80,000, and that market is going to hover within this very area, and we're going to see the market begin to pump upward, or we're going to see the market from here begin to move all the way to the upside. That is what I am expecting, most especially if you look at what the head of research at CoinMarketCap is saying right at this very point. Look very interesting. Look at it at this very area. We are going to see a market come back in Q1 of 2026. February and March will be a bull market again based on combination of macro indicators. And this is the head of research at CoinMarketCap. Now, one thing very important about this very post is that, you see, these very guys, especially when it comes to CoinMarketCap, of course, we know that it's Binance that own CoinMarketCap, and they have access to data that we don't. I am not saying they can't be wrong. Of course, they can, but they have access to data that we don't. And when they say things like this, we better look at it in line with what we are seeing on price action so as to really know where the market is going to go, because a lot of the times as well, they used to be wrong about their analysis, in as much as we know that they have access to a lot of data that we don't have access to. So this is one of the things I want to show you in this very video, because personally, I believe that the market from this very area is going to push a little bit upward, and then we're going to see correction on the 1-day chart before the market is going to move all the way to the upside. Personally, I am not expecting the market to crash into this very area of $70,000. I am expecting the market to have some stability in price before the next move to the upside. Now, you may be asking, what is the downside risk? For me, 20% market is going to crash into this area of $70,000, but 80 and 75% market is going to begin to move from here all the way to the upside. Now, when I say market is going to move from here, I don't mean the market is going to begin to shoot all the way to the upside with parabolic bullish move. What I mean is stability in price, market move upward, come back down, move upward, come back down, and not market crashing into this very area. Very, very important. Now, something very, very important here as well is the fact that Raoul have to say about an elongated cycle. Look at it right here. 6 months ago, Raoul said we are in an elongated business/debt cycle, and Bitcoin will climb higher, and then we're going to see a negative 35% drawdown, and everyone is going to be saying it is over, it is over. Of course, that is what we've been hearing in the past few weeks, that it is over for Bitcoin already, and that market is going to begin to crash all the way to the downside. That's what people were predicting, 70K, people predicting 50K, and right now it seems that the market have begun to have some pause. Okay, right now we can see the market has really moved upward, but in my opinion, there is a pause within this very area. So if market pause and we have price stability within this very point, then market can begin to move all the way to the upside. Let's listen to what Raoul have to say about our elongated cycle, including for Bitcoin.
It's not a mystery. It is a repeat of the debt cycle. They are rolling the debts. They are doing the same thing. Each cycle is not to do with a halving cycle, nothing to do with any of that. It's all driven by liquidity cycle and funding of debts. Each phase, we get phase 1 of the banana zone, banana number 1. The corrective zone, banana number 2 comes. Another correction, banana number 3. So this is the banana zone. So that's what happened in 2020. 2021, off we go. Sorry, that was 2017, which again looks very similar to this one. That was the last one. Here we are now. It can't be clearer to me. I've shown you the macro evidence, the technical evidence, the sentiment evidence. Everything here suggests to me that hold on to your hats, don't fuck this up, don't lose control of your tokens, don't use leverage, don't get your wallet hacked, just sit with it, be careful, don't get FOMO, do all of the right things, and we'll go up to the next phase of the correction zone. That's going to be harder, because the next one that happens, we'll have a 35% drop, and you'll all say, is it over? And you'll definitely be sure it's over, and everybody on Twitter will tell you it's over, and it won't be over. By our work, we suggest that because of the elongation of the business cycle, because rates were higher for longer, the forward-looking liquidity suggests that, again, probabilistically speaking, without any guarantees, this whole thing goes into Q1, maybe Q2 of 2026, which would align with Trump's, trying to win the midterms as well. So everything's lined up for us. I think it started. So keep the faith, keep building stuff, and let's keep driving Siri forward with all of this. Thank you.
Guys, if you pay attention to that video very well, you discover two important things that he talked about. Number one is the liquidity cycle, and number two is the debt cycle. Now, one thing very important that I am sensing in 2026 is the fact that the midterm election is in November 2026. And of course, President Trump and the Republican Party is going to do everything within their possible best to keep the market going so that they can win the House and the Senate. Now, putting that aside, the fact that rates have been very high for an elongated period of time, in the video we just watched, Raoul actually confirmed that. And right now, rate is actually coming down. I believe personally, from what I am seeing on-chain and off-chain, and including technical data, that the market is going to have some kind of reset. That is what we're seeing right now. And then entering into 2026 and mid-2026, the market is going to begin to explode crazily. Despite this very major correction that we are seeing on the price of Bitcoin and ETH right now, I believe it is not over, and that the market is going to begin from here, move all the way to the upside. And one other thing here is the price of ETH. Look at ETH right here. People are expecting that the market crash all the way to the downside, even to $2,000 per ETH at this very level. Personally, I believe that the downside risks have been reduced drastically. So for the market to move from where it is right now of 3,200 at this very point and down into this very area, I believe we are just looking at 30 to 40% market can do this on ETH before it's going to begin to move to the upside. That means 60% I am expecting market to have stability and then begin to move to the upside. Stability first in the price of ETH and many other altcoins out there before the next move to the upside. Now, in this very month of December, I am expecting two things. Either we see the market move upwards significantly, not parabolically, or we see the market move upward, come back down a little bit, move upward, come back down a little bit. That is price stability. What that means is I am not expecting the market to crash back down into $2,000 per ETH from this moment moving forward. And this is what I am actually looking at right now from this technical standpoint, and also what I am seeing on chain. So what do you think about next year, 2026? Do you think that we are going to see the first quarter of next year, 2026, begin to be kind of juicy for the market again, owing to the fact that we are looking at two things, liquidity cycle and also the debt cycle? What that means is there will be a change or a slight change in the Bitcoin cycle, because liquidity have to flow into Bitcoin and many other crypto out there for market to begin to push all the way to the upside. If you pay attention to this very video by Raoul, we see that he is only talking about liquidity and debt cycle and the fact that rates are very high right now. And if we begin to see rates begin to come down this very year, entering into 2026, I am expecting more rate to be cut. that will further fuel more liquidity into this very market. What do you think about 2026? Do you expect, or are you expecting the market in 2026 to be a bear market? That means from this technical standpoint, people are expecting that bear market have started already, and that the market is going to begin to move all the way to the downside, and there is no hope it is over for the market. What do you think? Comment below in the comment section of this very video. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing, leave a like for this video, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.